This is the SimPure Q3600 reverse osmosis water filtration system. Now, full disclosure, this is a paid review, but the opinions in this video are my own. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to really quickly unbox this and give you a closer look at it. Then I'll show you how easy it is to install, and finally, I'll go over my experience using it, as well as one issue I did run into. So let's go ahead and open it up. The filter system is packaged pretty well. There's foam on both sides, and it's also wrapped in plastic. And then, of course, all the other parts you need to install it are in the box as well. It comes with its own faucet. Then in here is the power cord for it. Then this box here has a clamp and a valve in it. And then there's a few different baggies here with some O-ring seals, some different adapters, and then just some other pieces to help you install it. And of course, it also comes with about 5 foot of each hose you'll need, as well as this instruction manual that's pretty helpful for when you're installing it. Anyway, let's take a closer look at the water filtration unit. On top, there's 3 push-in hose connections, and each one of those is labeled. And then on each side of the system, there's a panel that's removable. The one on the right side here easily opens up and gives you a closer look at the 2 filters. And when it comes time to replace these, they're super easy. There's a little guide on the side, but basically you just pop open the clips, pull out the filter, and then put a new filter in. And the instructions say that this reverse osmosis filter lasts anywhere from 12 to 18 months, and then anywhere from 6 to 12 months for the carbon filter. Now, obviously, that does depend on how often you use your water and how clean it already is. And as you'll see later, there is an indicator on the front of the machine that'll show you when you need to replace them. Anyway though, the other side also has a removable panel, but to take this one off, you do have to unscrew a screw from this side. After you do that though, you can take this panel off and get a better look at what's going on in here. And you really won't have to do anything on this side unless there's an issue with one of the components. Anyway, on the back of the machine is where you're going to plug it in, and then the front here has this nice simple display. It shows you a couple different things on here. The number counting down right now shows you the TDS value of the freshly filtered water, and then the bars on the left and right of that basically show you how much life the filters have left. And right under that, you can see the icon that says UV on it. And of course, that lights up to show you that it's disinfecting it with UV light. And then right under that is the only actual button that you can use, which is the reset button. And that's for when you replace the filters. You'll hold it down for 3 seconds, then it'll make a beep and reset itself. Anyway, now I'll quickly show you how easy it is to install. First, you're going to install the faucet. And if your sink already has one of those pre-cut 2-inch holes, then you can install it right into that. But if your sink is like mine and it does not have an extra hole, or you just want to put the faucet somewhere else, then you're going to mark out where you want it and drill a 1/2-inch hole. Then drop on the rubber seal and this metal circle piece, and then drop in the faucet. And then from underneath the sink, slide on the other rubber seal and then the plastic screw piece and tighten it down. Then slide on this plastic adapter and plug the blue hose into it. And I couldn't get a good angle to show you exactly what I'm doing here, but basically you're going to want to drill a 1/4-inch hole into one of the pipes that's above the P-trap. Then there's this foam sticker piece that you're going to stick to the pipe, lining up the 2 holes, and then you can put this clamp over the pipe, line up the holes, and tighten it down. And then you'll just connect the red hose into the clamp. Now, the white hose is what you're going to connect to a water supply, and the kit comes with this really handy shutoff valve that splits the water supply in 2, and this allows you to easily hook it right up to the same water supply that your sink uses. But in my case, you can see there's 2 different water hookups here because I was planning on adding some type of water filter, so I just left the water supply for the sink alone and connected it into this other one and then just capped it off. And now all that's left to do is plug the hoses into their corresponding spots on the filter unit, and then go back through all the connections and use these blue clips to lock the hoses in. And then once you plug in the power, it's ready to go. And just like with any other filter replacement, when you first turn this thing on, you are going to want to let the water run for 5 to 10 minutes to let it all flush out. But anyway, now that it's all set up, it's ready to use, so I'll go ahead and share my thoughts on it. Alright, so I've been using this thing for a couple weeks now, and apart from one issue, it's actually been working really well. Now, going up to the faucet here, when I turn it on, it instantly starts putting out water, and then when I turn it off, the pump continues to run for another 5 to 10 seconds, and then it shuts off. And the faucet does rotate here, so in my case, if I want to turn it around and fill up a glass on the other side of the table, I can do that. One thing I was a little bit concerned about when I set this thing up was how fast it fills up a glass of water. And doing a side-by-side comparison here with my tap water, you can see it is just a little bit slower, but only by a few seconds, so I'm pretty happy with that. And pouring it into a measuring cup here, you can see it is just about a cup of water. Now, as far as the taste, my water is already really good, so I honestly can't really tell a difference between them. But using this TDS tester that they also sent me for this review, you can see that the filtered water is definitely much more pure than this straight tap water. And from what I've read, this number basically represents the total number of dissolved particles in the water. And less is generally considered better because it's a more pure water, but you also have to keep in mind that the lower the number is, the less minerals are in the water. Anyway though, now I want to get into the one issue that I had with this water filtration system. Basically, when I first set this thing up, the red waste hose had a constant stream of water flowing out from it, which after messaging the company, that is not how it's supposed to work. It's only supposed to drain a little bit of water because it's just what this thing filters out, so it should only continue to drain a couple seconds after the pump turns off. After finding this out, they told me it was a faulty inlet valve, so they sent me a replacement. This is the old one here. It was pretty simple to install. You just have to take off the panel on the right side here, then there's a couple screws holding this on, and then a couple wires plugged into these pieces. And after replacing this thing, that stopped the problem, and now it works perfectly. And it's been working fine with no issues since I've replaced this thing about a week ago. So yeah, now that it's working properly, I am really happy with this reverse osmosis water filter system. I really like how it's an on-demand system, so once you turn it on, it just constantly pours out water. You don't have to wait for it to fill up a tank. Once you turn it on, it's just a constant flow of filtered water. And I've ran this thing for over 10 minutes at a time, and even after being on for that long, it still puts out the same steady flow of filtered water. And I also like just how quiet the pump is. I barely notice it. And yeah, overall, I'd say it's a pretty good water filtration system, it's easy to install, and it works great.